वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तकः केशवः आराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः
अथ
अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः
कर्मण्यकर्म यः पश्येत्
कर्मण्यकर्म यः पश्येत्
इति आरभ्य
इति आरभ्य
स युक्तः कृष्णकर्मकृत्
संयुक्तकृष्णकर्मकृत्
ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणम्
ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणम्
शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्
शारीरं केवलं कर्म कुर्वन्
यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टः
यदृच्छालाभसन्तुष्टः
ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्महविः
ब्रह्मार्पणं
ब्रह्महविः
ब्रह्महविः
कर्मजान् विद्धितान् सर्वान्
कर्मजान्
विद्धितान्
विद्धितान् सर्वान्
सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ
सर्वं कर्माखिलं पार्थ
ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि
ज्ञानाग्नि सर्वकर्माणि
योगसन्न्यस्तकर्माणम्
योगसन्न्यस्तकर्माणम्
इत्येतैः वचनैः
इत्येतैः वचनैः
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम् अवोचत् भगवान्
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम् अवोचत् भगवान्
चित्वैनं संशयं योगम् आतिष्ठ
चित्वैनं संशयं योगम् आतिष्ठ
इति अनेन वचनेन
इति
अनेन वचनेन
योगं च कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणम्
योगं च कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणम्
अनुतिष्ठ इति उक्तवान्
अनुतिष्ठ इति युक्तवान्
तयोः उभयोः च
तयोः उभयोः च
कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
तिथिगतिवत्
स्थितिगतिवत्
परस्परविरोधात्
परस्परविरोधात्
एकेन सह कर्तुम् अशक्यत्वात्
एकेन सह कर्तुम् अशक्यत्वात्
कालभेदेन च अनुष्ठानविधान अभावात्
कालभेदेन च अनुष्ठानविधान अभावात्
अर्थात् एतयोः
अर्थात् एतयोः
अन्यतर कर्तव्यता प्राप्तौ सत्याम्
अन्यतर कर्तव्यता प्राप्तौ सत्याम्
यत् प्रशस्यतरम्
यत्
यत्
प्रशस्यतरम्
प्रशस्यतरम्
एतयोः कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
एतयोः
कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
तत् कर्तव्यं न इतरत्
तत्
ततः
कर्तव्यं न
कर्तव्यं न
इतरत्
इतरत्
इति एवं मन्वानः
इति
इति
एवं
एवं
मन्यमानः
मन्वानः
प्रशस्यतरबुभुत्सया
प्रशस्यतर
प्रशस्यतर
बुभुत्सया
बुभुत्सया
बुभुत्सया अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन
अर्जुन
उवाच
उवाच
सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण इत्यादिना
सन्न्यासं
सन्न्यासं
कर्मणां
कर्मणां
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
इत्यादिना
इत्यादिना
ननु च
ननु च
च
आत्मविदः ज्ञानयोगेन
आत्मविदः
आत्मविदः
ज्ञानयोगेन
ज्ञानयोगेन
निष्ठां प्रतिपादगिषन्
निष्ठां
निष्ठां
प्रतिपादयिषन्
प्रतिपादयिषन्
पूर्वोदाहृतैः वचनैः
पूर्वोदाहृतैः
पूर्वोदाहृतैः
वचनैः
वचनैः
भगवान् सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम् अवोचत्
भगवान्
भगवान्
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम्
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम्
अवोचत्
अवोचत्
न तु अनात्मज्ञस्य
न तु
न तु
अनात्मस्य
अनात्मज्ञस्य
अतश्च
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 कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
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 भिन्नपुरुषविषयत्वात्
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 प्रशस्यतरत्वबुभुत्सया अन्यतरस्य प्रशस्यतरत्वबुभुत्सया
प्रशस्यतरत्वबुभुत्सया
अन्यतरस्य प्रशस्यतरत्व
बुभुत्सवा
बुभुत्सया
अयं प्रश्नः अनुपपन्नः
अयं
अयं
प्रश्नः
प्रश्नः
अनुपपन्नः
अनुपपन्नः
सत्यम् एव
सत्यम्
सत्यम्
एव
एव
तदभिप्रायेण प्रश्नः न उपपद्यते
त्वदभिप्रायेण
तदभिप्रायेण
प्रश्नः
प्रश्नो
न
न
उपपद्यते
उपपद्यते
प्रष्टुः त्वाभिप्रायेण
प्रष्टुः
प्रष्टुः
स्वाभिप्रायेण
स्वाभिप्रायेण
पुनः प्रश्नः युज्यते एव
पुनः
पुनः
प्रश्नः
प्रश्नः
युज्यत
युज्यत
एव
एव
इति वदामः
इति
इति
वदामः
वदामः
कथम्
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 पूर्वोदाहृतैः वचनैः
पूर्वोदाहृतैः
पूर्वोदाहृतैः वचनैः
वचनैः
भगवता कर्मसन्न्यासस्य
भगवता
भगवता
कर्मस्य
कर्मसन्न्यासस्य
कर्तव्यतया विवक्षितत्वात्
कर्तव्यतया
कर्तव्यतया
विवक्षितत्वात्
विवक्षितत्वात्
प्राधान्यम्
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 अन्तरेण च कर्तारम्
अन्तरेण
अन्तरेण
च
च
कर्तारम्
कर्तारम्
तस्य कर्तव्यत्व असम्भवात्
तस्य
तस्य
कर्तव्यत्व
कर्तव्यत्वा
असम्भवात्
असम्भवात्
अनात्मविदपि
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 कर्तापक्षे प्राप्तः
कर्ता
कर्तापक्षे
पक्षे
प्राप्तः
प्राप्तः
अनूद्यते एव
अनुद्यते
अनुद्यते एव
एव
न पुनः
न
न
पुनः
पुनः
आत्मवित्कर्तृकत्वम् एव
आत्मवित् कर्तृकत्वमेव
आत्मवित्कर्तृकत्व एव
सन्न्यासस्य विवक्षितम्
सन्न्यासस्य
सन्न्यासस्य
विवक्षितम्
विवक्षितम्
इति एवं मन्वानस्य अर्जुनस्य
इति
इति
एवं
एवं
मन्वानस्य
मन्वानस्य
अर्जुनस्य
अर्जुनस्य
कर्मानुष्ठानकर्मसन्न्यासयोः
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 अविद्वत्पुरुषकर्तृकत्वम् अपि
अविद्वत्
अविद्पुरुषकर्तृकत्वम्
पुरुषकर्तृकत्वम्
अपि
अपि
अस्ति इति
अस्ति
अस्ति
इति
इति
पूर्वोक्तेन प्रकारेण
पूर्वोक्तेन
पूर्वोक्तेन
प्रकारेण
प्रकारेण
तयोः परस्परविरोधात्
तयोः परस्परविरोधात्
परस्परविरोधात्
अन्यतरस्य कर्तव्यत्वे प्राप्ते
अन्यतरस्य
अन्यतरस्य
कर्तव्यत्वे
कर्तव्यत्वे
प्राप्ते
प्राप्ते
प्रशस्यतरं च कर्तव्यम्
प्रशस्यतरं च कर्तव्यम्
न इतरत इति
न
न
इतरत
इतरत
इति
इति
प्रशस्यतरविविदिषया
प्रशस्यतर
प्रशस्यतरविविदिशया
विविदिशया
प्रश्नः न अनुपपन्नः
प्रश्नः
प्रश्नः
न
न
उपपन्नः
अनुपपन्नः
प्रतिवचनवाक्यार्थनिरूपणेनापि
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 प्रष्टुः अभिप्रायः
प्रष्टुः अभिप्रायः
एवम् एव इति गम्यते
एवम्
एवम्
एव इति
एवति
गम्यते
गम्यते
कथम्
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 सन्न्यासकर्मयोगौ निःश्रेयसकरौ
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगौ
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगो
निःश्रेयसकरौ
निःश्रेयस्करो
तयोस्तु कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते
तयोस्तु
तयोस्तु
कर्मयोगो
कर्मयोगो
विशिष्यते
विशिष्यते
इति प्रतिवचनम्
इति
इति
प्रतिवचनम्
प्रतिवचनम्
एतत् निरूप्यम्
एतत्
एतत्
निरूप्यम्
निरूप्यम्
किम् अनेन आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
किम्
किम्
अनेन
अनेन आत्मवित्
आत्मवित्
कर्तृकयोः
कर्तृकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वम् प्रयोजनम्
निःश्रेयसकरत्वं
निःश्रेयसकरत्वं प्रयोजनम्
प्रयोजनम्
उक्त्वा
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 तयोः एव
तयोः
तयोः
एव
एव
कुतश्चित् विशेषात्
कुतश्चित्
कुतश्चेत् विशेषात्
विशेषात्
कर्मसन्न्यासात्
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 कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते
कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
विशिष्टत्वम्
विशिष्टत्वम्
उच्यते
उच्यते
आहोस्वित्
आहोस्वित्
अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोगो सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
अनात्मवित्
कर्तृकयोः
क्रतुकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोः
तदुभयम् उच्यते इति
तदुभयम्
तदुभयम् उच्यते
उच्यते
इति
इति
किञ्च अतः
किञ्च
किञ्च
अतः
अतः
यदि आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः कर्मसन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
यदि
यदि
आत्मवित्
आत्मवित्
कर्तृकयोः
क्रतुकयोः
कर्मसन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
कर्मसन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वम्
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 तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात्
तयोस्तु
तयोस्तु
कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्वम् उच्यते
कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
विशिष्टत्वम्
विशिष्टत्वम्
उच्यते
उच्यते
यदि वा
यदि
यदि
वा
वा
अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
अनात्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
अनात्मवित्क्रतुकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
तदुभयम् उच्यते इति
तदुभयम्
तदुभयम्
उच्यते
उच्यते
इति
इति
अत्र उच्यते
अत्र
अत्र
उच्यते
उच्यते
आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोगो सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोगो
आत्मवित् कर्तृकयोः
आत्मवित्क्रतुकयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
असम्भवात्
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 तयोः निःश्रेयसकरत्ववचनम्
तयोः
तयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वं
निःश्रेयसकरत्ववचनम्
च वचनम्
तदीयाच्च कर्मसन्न्यासात्
तदीया च
तदीयाच्च
कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मसन्न्यासात्
कर्मयोगस्य विशिष्टत्व अभिधानम्
कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
विशिष्टत्व
विशिष्टत्व
अभिधानम्
अभिधानम्
इति एतत्
इति
इति
एतत्
एतत्
उभयम् अनुपपन्नम्
उभयम्
उभयम्
अनुपपन्नम्
अनुपपन्नम्
यदि अनात्मविदः कर्मसन्न्यासः
यदि अनात्मविदः
कर्मसन्न्यासः
कर्मसन्न्यासः
तत्प्रतिकूलश्च कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणः
प्रतिकूलश्च
प्रतिकूलश्च
कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणः
कर्मानुष्ठानलक्षणः
कर्मयोगः सम्भवेताम्
कर्मयोगः
कर्मयोगः
सम्भवेताम्
सम्भवेताम्
तदा तयोः
तदा
तदा तयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वमुक्तिः
निःश्रेयसकरत्वोक्तिः
कर्मयोगस्य च
कर्मयोगस्य च
कर्मसन्न्यासात् विशिष्टत्व अभिधानम्
कर्मसन्न्यासात् विशिष्टत्व अभिधानम्
इति एतत् उभयम्
इति एतत् उभयम्
उपपद्येत
उपपद्येत
आत्मविदः तु
आत्मविदः तु
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
असम्भवात्
असम्भवात्
तयोः
तयोः
निःश्रेयसकरत्व अभिधानम्
निःश्रेयसकरत्वाभिधानम्
कर्मसन्न्यासाच्च
कर्मसन्न्यासाच्च
कर्मयोगः विशिष्यते इति च अनुपपन्नम्
कर्मयोगः विशिष्यते इति च अनुपपन्नम्
अत्र आह
अत्र आह
किम् आत्मविदः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
किम् आत्मविदः सन्न्यासकर्मयोगयोः
उभयोः अपि असम्भवः
उभयोः अपि असम्भवः
आहोस्वित् अन्यतरस्य असम्भवः
आहोस्वित अन्यतरस्य असम्भवः
यदा च अन्यतरस्य असम्भवः
यदा च अन्यतरस्य असम्भवः
तदा किं कर्मसन्न्यासस्य
तदा किं कर्मसन्न्यासस्य
उत कर्मयोगस्य इति
उत कर्मयोगस्य इति
असम्भवे
असम्भवे
कारणं च वक्तव्यम् इति
कारणं च वक्तव्यम् इति
अत्र उच्यते आत्मविदः निवृत्तिमिथ्याज्ञानत्वात्
निवृत्तिमिथ्याज्ञानत्वात् विपर्यज्ञानमूलस्य
कर्मयोगस्य असम्भवः स्यात् जन्मादि
सर्वविक्रियारहितत्वेन
निष्क्रियम् आत्मानम्
निष्क्रियम् आत्मानम्
आत्मत्वेन यो वेत्ति
आत्मत्वेन यो वेत्ति
तस्य आत्मविदः सम्यक् दर्शनेन आपास्तमिथ्याज्ञानस्य निष्क्रियात्मस्वरूप अवस्थानलक्षणम्
निष्क्रियात्मस्वरूपावस्थानलक्षणम्
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम् उक्त्वा
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यासम् उक्त्वा
तद्विपरीतस्य मिथ्याज्ञानमूलकर्तृत्व अभिमानपुरःसरस्य
कर्तृत्वाभिमानपुरःसरस्य
सक्रियात्मस्वरूप अवस्थानरूपस्य
सक्रियात्मस्वरूप अवस्थानरूपस्य
अवस्थानुरूपस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
इह गीताशास्त्रे
इह गीताशास्त्रे
तत्र तत्र
तत्र
तत्र
आत्मस्वरूपनिरूपणप्रदेशेषु
आत्मस्वरूपनिरूपणप्रदेशेषु
सम्यक् ज्ञानमित्याज्ञानतत्कार्यविरोधात्
सम्यक् ज्ञानमिथ्याज्ञानतत्कार्यविरोधात्
कार्यविरोधात्
अभावः प्रतिपाद्यते यस्मात्
अभावः प्रतिपाद्यते यस्मात्
तस्मात्
तस्मात्
आत्मविदः
आत्मविदः
निवृत्तमित्याज्ञानस्य
निवृत्तमिथ्याज्ञानस्य
ज्ञानस्य
विपर्ययज्ञानमूलः
विपर्ययज्ञानमूलः
कर्मयोगः
कर्मयोगः
न सम्भवति
न सम्भवति
इति युक्तम्
इति
युक्तम्
उक्तं स्यात्
उक्तं स्यात्.
Next paragraph also we have read. Anyway, we will read again later. The gist of this entire introductory bhashyam is to substantiate the question of Arjuna, which is the first shloka of this chapter, 5th chapter. Acharya's presence that sannyasa and karma yoga. Sannyasa meaning there are two types of sannyasa: atmavita kartarka sannyasa, that is vidvat sannyasa; anatmavita kartarka sannyasa, that is vividisha sannyasa. Three things are told: two types of sannyasa and one karma yoga. Vidvat sannyasa, otherwise called atma kartarkatva sannyasa; vividisha sannyasa, anatmavita kartarka sannyasa; and karma yoga. These being the sadhanam, therefore, so every sadhanam must have an adhikari. For karma yoga, who is an adhikari? It cannot be atmavita, it is anatmavita, ajnani. Therefore, only karma is adi, karma yoga is upadishtaha. So for karma yoga, ajnani is adhikari, anatmavita is adhikari. For anatmavita kartarka sannyasa also, ajnani is adhikari, anatmavidaha. He doesn't know what atma is, wants to know, therefore taking to sannyasa. Whereas for atmavita kartarka sannyasa, vidvat sannyasa, the person knows what atma is. To gain nishta, take to sannyasa. Therefore, adhikari is different for atmavita kartarka sannyasa and anatmavita kartarka sannyasa. Therefore, both sannyasa are not the same. Adhikari is being different. And karma yoga, of course, adhikari is ajnani, anatmavita. So, when choice is there between sannyasa and karma yoga, it has to be there between the two for which the adhikari must have, for which adhikari must be the same, must enjoy the same qualification. That is, for vividisha, sannyasa and karma yoga, adhikari is ajnani. So ajnani has a choice. Being ajnani, anatmavita, he can choose one among the two. Whereas Vidvat Sannyasa and Karma Yoga is their choice. But Vidvat Sannyasa, Atmaviti is the Adhikari. Karma Yoga, Anatmaviti. How can there be a choice for a person? Because Adhikaris are different. Therefore, they don't go together. That is what the Acharya establishes in all this introductory Bhashyam. So beautifully, it says, and substantiates the question of Arjuna. Jayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhi. Sorry, sannyasa karma yogascha. The first question of Arjuna, similar to what he has in the third chapter. So, sannyasa and karma yoga, two things are there. So, among the two, which one is better? That is the first question. Sannyasa and karmanam krishna punar yogam chasham sasi yachre yate yorekam tanme brugi sunischitam iti. The choice is there between Vividisha Sannyasa, otherwise called Anatmavita Kartrika Sannyasa, otherwise called Avidvat Kartrika Sannyasa, and Karma Yoga, because for both, Adhikari is Anatmavita. So, therefore, Adhikari is Anatmavidaha, therefore, Karma Sannyasa, Karma Yoga, there is a choice. Whereas this choice is Asambhavaha for Atmavita. Therefore, Vidvat Sannyasa and Karma Yoga, they cannot go together. Even Avidvat Sannyasa, Anatvavita Kartrika Sannyasa, the one who was taken to that Sannyasa, Vividisha Sannyasa, he also may perform certain karma for Chitta Shuddhi. Not that much karma as it is there for the lifestyle of Karma Yoga, but certain karma. Whereas for Vidvat Sannyasa, that also is not there. Not there means not required. That is why Vidvat Sannyasi. He has already done Samanam Maranam enough homework. Now for Jnana Nishtartham taking to Sannyasa. Therefore, it is for gaining Nishta. Already the sadhanas has given the palam in the form of Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Aishcharyam, etc. And now he has progressed to the level of committing oneself exclusively to Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana Paraha. For him, ordinary Karma Yoga is not proper, Ayuktam. Therefore, it is not for him. Therefore, Arjuna's question is, between Sannyasa and Karma Yoga, which one is better? The choice what is asked. It's not applicable for Vidvat Kartrika Sannyasa, Atmavita Kartrika Sannyasa. It is for Anatmavita Kartrika Sannyasa and Karma Yoga. That is the choice. That also Bhagavan says, Sannyasa is, in Sannyasa Ashrama, there are not much avenues, not much scope to refine oneself, to gain Antakarna Shuddhi, homework, that avenues must be there. That is not there. That is less, much less. Therefore, only he insists on Karma Yoga. Now, since there is choice is there between the two, therefore, Karma Yoga is greater, Vishishyate, Karma Yoga Visishtatvam. Vidisha Sannyasa and the Karma Yoga both will lead you to moksha only. Karma Yoga will lead to moksha means not direct. Well, Vidisha Sannyasa, that also leads to Jnanam, Jnaneneva moksha, but these two lifestyles are finally takes a person to moksha. Therefore, Nishayasa Karo, both are Nishayasa Karo means gives moksha. And among the two, Karma Yoga Vishishyate, for the reason already said. In Karma Yoga lifestyle, the person has enough chances, enough scope to have the Antakaranam relatively much free from Ragadvesha. Whereas in Sannyasa, once into Sannyasa, there is not that much scope. Therefore, karma yoga vishishyate. Since the ashrama provides ample avenues, scope for gaining antakarana shuddhi. Therefore, that is recommended. Karma yoga is better. Karma yoga is not. So therefore, since karma yoga is better, therefore Bhagavan insists. And also knowing the condition, the mental condition of Arjuna, Bhagavan insists on karma yoga. A person having lot of rajas, and that too the Arjuna who is a kshatriya, lot of rajas, how can Bhagavan prescribe sannyasa? Not possible. Because sannyasa requires sattva pradhana buddhi. So if the person is highly, intensely dynamic, active, karma yoga is better. From rajas to tamas, sattva, he has to progress. So therefore, accordingly, therefore, depending on the person, if the person feels and if the person has developed enough sattva, has gained enough maturity to be with oneself, then the person can take to sannyasa. Otherwise, karma yoga is better because both are anyway takes a person to moksha. And therefore, karma yoga is better. It is harmless. That is the idea. Up to this, that was a discussion. Now, further, this also we have seen this is important paragraph where a question is asked, Akshepartha Prashnaha, and it is answered. Let us read. Keshu Keshu
Keshu
Punaha Atmaswarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu
Atmaswarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu
Atmavidaha Karma Abhavaha Pratipadyate iti
आत्मविदः कर्म
Atmavida
अभावः
Karma Abhava
प्रतिपाद्यते
Pratipadyati
इति
iti
Atra Uchyate
Atra
अत्र
Uchyate
Avinashi tu tad iti
Avinashi
अविनाशितो तत्
Tatta
इति
iti prakritya
इति
Iti
प्रकृत्य
Prakrutya
yenam veti hantaram
ये येनं
Ena
वेत्ति
Veti
हन्तारम्
Hantaram
Veda vinashinam nityam
वेदा
Veda
विनाशिनं
Vinashinam
नित्यम्
Nityam
ityado
इत्यादौ
Ityadau
tatra atmavidaha
तत्र
Tatra
तत्र
Tatra
आत्मविदः
Atmavidaha
karma abhavaha uchyate.
कर्म
Karma
अभावः
Abhavaha
उच्यते
Uchyate.
A question is asked. In which area the portion Atmaswarupa Nirupana Pradeshu, where Atmaswarupa, Swarupa of the Atma is described. Atmavidaha, for the Atmavit, the absence of karma is presented in the places where there is presentation of Atma. In which places? Keshu. In which places? Karma abhava, absence of karma is presented for the person, and the person is Atmavid, for a wise man, for a jnani. Which places where the description of Atma is there, where there is ascertainment of the nature of the Atma is done, where absence of karma is presented for a wise person, Anatmavid. In which places? In which places in which place in the Gita is asking? Atra uchyate. So it is Aksheparte Prashna. So it is not Prashnarte, Aksheparte. So in which places the ascertainment of, and that is the places where the ascertainment of the nature of Atma is done, there Karma abhava, absence of karma, is presented for the wise man. Iti atra uchyate, further. Atra uchyate. If you ask where it is presented, absence of karma, karma not ordained, not prescribed for Atmavit, in the Atma Swarupa Nirupana Pradesha, if you ask for that, we say, Avinashi tu tad vidhi, in the second chapter it is said, Avinashi tu tad vidhi, iti prakritya, starting from there, Yayenam Vetyantaram Vedashinam Ityado, up to here in all these places. Atma Vidaha, for the knower of Atma, Karma Abhavaha is presented. Uchyate, Karma Abhavaha Uchyate. So, therefore, Avinashi tu idam Avinashi tu tad vidhi. Atma is indestructible. And also, Yayen Veti Hantaram, those who knows Atma to be the killer and those who know Atma to be Avinashinam Nityam Iti, in all these places. Atma is Nishkriyaha, it is presented. If Nishkriyaha, Atma is Nishkriyaha, that Atma is my Aham, I, myself, now how can there be karma for me? Because Aham Atma, Atma is Nishkriyaha, free from karma, actionless. Therefore, I don't have action. Karma bhavaha, Atma vidaha, uchyate eva. Therefore, the places where there is description of the nature of Atma, there is impossibility of karma for the jnani. Therefore, Atma Swarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu Atma Avikriyaha Nishkriyaha Vikara Abhavaha iti Uktaha. And who is that Atma? Aham iti Atmavita says. Aham Atma. Atmanam Veti Atmavita. Therefore, how can there be karma for him? Therefore, impossible of karma. Karma is impossible for the jnani. So when description of Atma is given, the description is my description. It's a description of myself. So therefore, if Atma is described as Nishkriyaha, it means Aham Nishkriyaha. Aham is the person who is Atma Vita Jnani, Nishkriyaha, who has the knowledge of that Aham Atma iti, Brahma Asmi iti. Therefore, there is karma bhavaha, absence of karma. Atma being actionless, Atma Vita also actionless. Therefore, karma yoga cannot be there for Atma Vita iti. Then further, the question is asked. Purva Pakshi is probably not satisfied. Therefore, he questions further. This paragraph also we have seen, important paragraph. Nanucha
Nanu cha
karma yoga api
karma
Karma yoga api
atma swarupa nirupana pradesheshu
Atma Swarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu
tatra pratipadyate eva.
tatra tatra
Tatra
pratipadyate
Pratipadyate
eva.
Eva.
Purva Pakshi says, no, what you said is not correct. Karma yoga, in fact, it is also presented in places where there is the ascertainment of the nature of Atma. Pratipadyate eva karma yoga tatra. Kutra Atma Sarupa Nirupana Pradesheshu karma yoga pratipadyate eva. Where there is ascertainment of Atma is done in the Gita, second chapter, in other places also. There karma yoga is presented. How, if you ask? Please see, I tell where it is presented. Tadyatha
Tadyatha
tasmad yudhyasva bharata
Tasmad
Tasmad
yudhyasu
Yudhyasva
bharata
Bharata
swadharmamapi chavekshya
Swadharma Api
swadharma api
Chavekshya
chadvikshya
karmanyevadikaraste ityadau.
karmanyevadikaraste
Karmanyevadhikaraste Ityadau.
ityado.
So it quotes from these places. Tasmad yudhyasva bharata antavanta ime degaha nityasukta sharinaha. Then the same shloka tasmad yudhyasva bharata, it is said, Dega is antavantaha, coming and going. It is subject to end. but Atma is Nityaha, Avinashi, Vinashi. Therefore, you get up and fight. So, Atma, Swarupa, Nirupana, Pradeshaha. And Bhagavan says, therefore, Tasmad Yudhyasva Bharata. Therefore, you get up and fight. So, how can you say, Karma Yoga na Pratipadyate Atmavidaha? Here it is there. Similarly, Swadharma Apichavekshya, even from the standpoint of your duty, do karma, even if you have knowledge. Bhagavan says, so even if you have knowledge, do karma, Bhagavan says. Therefore, karma yoga pratipadyate eva atmavidaha and karma niyavadhikaraste. Therefore, in all these places, karma yoga is there for atmavitu. Therefore, karma yoga is given. Therefore, further he says, atascha
अतश्च
katam atmavidaha karma yogasya
कथम् आत्मविदः
कर्मयोगस्य
कर्मयोगस्य
asambhavaha syat iti.
असम्भवः
असम्भवः
स्यात्
स्यात्
इति.
इति.
Therefore, how can you say Karma Yoga is not there for Atmavita? Gita itself, Atma Sarupa, Nirupana Pradesheshu, Karma Yoga Pratipadyate Atmavidaha. Therefore, how can you say for that? You say you have not read Gita properly. We will give 8 reasons. The Bhashyakara gives 8 reasons where there is clear mention of Karma Abhava, absence of Karma for Atmavita. Atmavit, the one who knows Atma, for him, karma not there. Why? Atma is akarta, and I know Atma to be myself, therefore I have to be akarta only. How can I have karma? In spite of doing, I don't do. That doing is mithya. Eva kinchit karometi yukta manyeta tattvaita pashyan shranman spasyan jigran ashtan gachan. Fifth chapter is going to come. In spite of doing all this action, Atma with Jnani says, I don't do, because there is no kartrutva vimana. Because Atma is a karta. Therefore, there is no kartrutvam. Therefore, jnanam and karma cannot go together. That Bhashyakara says, because the Purva Pakshi was trying to say, Atmavite karma yoga pratipadyata means, even for the person of knowledge, karma yoga is prescribed means, the jnanam and karma, that is, they are made samuchaya, jnana karma samuchaya, that we never accept jnanam karma cannot go together. It is opposite, like light and darkness. Karma implies kartrutvam, therefore ajnanam. Knowledge implies jnanam, that aham atma akarta iti. How can they go together? They cannot go together. And even if a jnani does karma, that karma is mithya. Karma is mithya. Mithya meaning it is semblance of kartrutvam. There is no real kartrutvam for a person who is a jnani. Otherwise, he is not a jnani. Either one. Karma and jnanam cannot go together. That is why Bhashyakara very strongly dismisses. So for that, it gives 8 reasons why they cannot go together. That it says. And he quotes only from the Gita. Because Atma Swarupana Pratesheshu Karma Yoga Pratipadyate, Purupakshi said, no. The same Gita in places where the nature of Atma is ascertained, that there is clear prescription or description of the absence of karma for Atmavita. He says, Atra Uchyate
अत्र उच्यते
Samyajnana Mithya Jnana Tatkarya Virodhat.
सम्यक्
सम्यक्
ज्ञानमिथ्या
मिथ्या ज्ञान
तत्कार्यविरोधात्.
कार्यविरोधात्.
This is for the first reason. Samyajnanam, correct knowledge, right knowledge. Mithya Jnanam, wrong knowledge. Samyajnanam characterizes Jnanam. Mithya Jnanam characterizes samsara. Samyajnanam characterizes freedom, moksha. The person is free. Mithya Jnanam, aham karta abhimanam is therefore samsari. That is, they are the karya. So, Samyajnanam and right knowledge, Mithya Jnanam, wrong knowledge, they are different and the result also different. Therefore, it cannot be in the same person. Samyak Jnanam is Aham Atma Akarta iti Jnanam Samyak Jnanam. Aham Karta Bhokta iti Jnanam Mithya Jnanam. Aham Atma Akarta Abhokta, that Jnanam makes one free because there is the avidya is gone. Avidya nivritti jnanam. Aham karta bhokta is avidya is therefore the person is in samsara. Avidya is therefore adhyasa. Therefore atasmin tad buddhi. Therefore sharira sangata abhimana. Therefore aham karta, I do. Therefore how can jnanam and karma go together? Therefore how can karma yoga could be prescribed, could have been prescribed for Atmavit? No. Karma yoga swapne api sambhavitum shakyate. Karma yoga is not possible for a Atmavita even in swapna. That at the end Bhashikara says that we have seen before itself. Therefore, because of this reason, Panchami Vibhakti. Therefore, Karma yoga is not possible, not prescribed for a jnani, for Atmavita. This is number one. Number two, Jnana yogena sankhyanam.
ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानाम्
Sankhyanam
Iti sankhyanam atmatattvavidham.
iti Sankhyanam
इत्यनेन साङ्ख्यानाम् आत्मतत्त्वविदाम्
Atmatattvavidam
Anatmavit kartrika karma yoga nishtataha.
अनात्मवित्
Anatmavit
कर्तृक
Kartru Karma
कर्मयोग
Yoga Nishthat
निष्ठातः
Nishkriyatma swarupavasthana lakshanāyaha.
Nishkriyatma Swarupavasthana
स्वरूपावस्थान लक्षणायाः
Lakshanāyaha
Jnana yoga nishtāyaha.
Jnana Yoga
ज्ञानयोगनिष्ठायाः
Nishthayaha
Pratakkaranāt.
पृथक्करणात्
Prithakkaraṇāt.
This is the second second reason. Reason for what? Reason to say that Karma Yoga, even in Swapna, is not possible for a Atmavita. Second reason this is. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yogyam iti. The third chapter Bhagavan told. Therefore, iti Atmavidam, for Atmavita, for Jnanis, there is a Pratak Karanam. Jnana Yoga Nishthayaha Pratak Karanam. Pratak Karanam, Jnana Yoga Nishtha is the lifestyle committed to Jnana Yoga. Pratak Karanam, that is separated, distinguished from what? If it is distinguished, there must be something from which it is distinguished. What is that? That is Anatma Vitarka Karma Yoga Nishtataha. Another Nishtha is Karma Yoga Nishtha. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yogina. Karma Yoga, who does? Anatma Vitar. Therefore, Karma Yoga is described as Anatmavit Kartrikaha Karma Yoga. And the Nishtha, the lifestyle. From that, this Jnana Yoga Nishtha is distinguished. Therefore what? Therefore, Karma Yoga not possible for a Jnani. Simple. Then what are the other words, are the long words? Nishkriyat, Swarup, Avasthana, Lakshana, Yaha. That is an adjective to Jnana Yoga Nishtha Yaha. Jnana Yoga Nishtha is characterized by abiding in the nature of the Atma, which is Nishkriyaha, actionless. So Jnana Yoga Nishthayaha Pratakkaranat. That is Pratakkaranam of Jnana Yoga Nishtha from Karma Yoga Nishtataha. That is Panchami. Karma Yoga Nishtataha, Jnana Yoga Nishthayaha, Shashti Vibhakti. That is Pratakkaranam. That is clear, distinguishing. So there is distinct mentioning. For whom? For Atmavita, Sankhyanam Atmavidam. Therefore, Karma Yoga cannot be there for Atmavita. This is the second reason. So this is said in the third chapter, Bhashikara substantiates only from the Gita, not quoting from any other Shruti or Dharma Sutra. The third point, Kritakrityatvedha.
कृतकृत्यत्वेन
आत्मविदः
आत्मविदः
प्रयोजनान्तर अभावात्
प्रयोजनान्तर अभावात्
कृतकृत्य means कृतं कृत्यः येन, the one who has achieved the purpose of life. He has done what is to be done. For him, the sadhya, the end is accomplished. For him, the prescribed means is ridiculous. Therefore, kritakrityatven atmavidaha. What is the prayojanam of karma yoga? Already already has achieved the purpose of life. He has done. Kritakrityatva means the status of being fulfilled for the atmavidaha. So therefore, there is no purpose for him to do karma. There is no prayojanantaram. Anya prayojanam nasti. Karma yoga yasya anya prayojanam nasti. Therefore, there is no karma yoga. Karma yoga sya bhavat atmavidaha. Therefore, karma yoga and atmavita. There is no prescription of karma yoga for atmavita. Swapne api sambhavayitam ashakyate. This is third point. Then fourth point. Tasya karyam na vidyate.
तस्य
तस्य
कार्यं
कार्य
न
न विद्यते
विद्यते
इति कर्तव्यांतर अभाववचनाच्च
इति
इति
कर्तव्यान्तर
कर्तव्यान्तर
अभाववचनात्
अभाववचनाच्च
तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. It is said in the third chapter. तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. तस्य आत्मन्येव सन्तुष्टः तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. यस्वात्मरतेरेव स्यात् आत्मतृप्तश्च मानवः. The one who is triptaha with himself. Tanyeva. Tasya karyam na vidyate. There is no karma for him. Therefore, to be done, it is not there for Atmavita. So, kartavyantara, abhava, vachana. No duty, kartavyantara, anya kartavyam. This is something to be done. Iti, there is no vachana, there is no statement, there is no prescription, there is no injunction on the part of, there is no injunction for Atmavita, on the part of Atmavita. Therefore, Atmavidaha, Karma Yoga Atmavidaha, Asambhavati. Not possible. Swapne api. This is the fourth point. Fifth point. Na karmana manarambhat
न कर्मणां
कर्मणाम्
आरम्भात्
आरम्भात्
sanyasastu mahabaho
संन्यासस्तु
संन्यासस्तु
महाबाहो
महाबाहो
dukkhamaptum ayogataha
दुःखमाप्तुम्
दुःखमाप्तुम्
अयोगतः
अयोगतः
ityadina cha
इत्यादिना
इत्यादिना
च
च
atmajnanangatvena
आत्मज्ञानात्वेन
आत्मज्ञानात्वेन
कर्मयोगस्य विधानात्.
कर्मयोगस्य विधानात्
विधानात्
Again in the third chapter, na karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshmate. It is said, and sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptum ayogataha. So, by karmana manarambhat, naishkarmyam, that is, karmana manarambhat naishkarmyam. Naishkarmyam is actionless. That is, jnana karma sannyasa is not gained just by not doing karma. Means, if naishkarmyam, that is, jnana karma sannyasa is the goal. That is the end. What is the means? Na karmana manarambhat. By not performing actions, one cannot gain actionless. The state of actionlessness means one has to perform action. That is a means. The karma yoga is a means, and jnana karma sannyasa is the end. For the person who has already gained the end, what is the use of prescribing a means for him? The end is sarva karma sannyasa, which is the angi. And the karma yoga is the anga, is a means. Like we have ashtanga yoga. The end is samadhi, that is the angi. And the anga are asana, pranayama, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, etc. All the other steps are, they are the anga. They are the means. So karma yoga, therefore, karma yoga is the means, the anga, or the angi, that is jnanam, Sarvakarma sannyasa. So therefore, for the person who has already gained the end, what is the use of prescribed means? Upaya rupa karma yogena kim prayojanam? No prayojanam. Also, sannyasastu mahabhago, without karma sannyasa, without jnana karma sannyasa, without karma yoga, jnana karma sannyasa is difficult. Therefore, it means what karma yoga is necessary for jnana karma sannyasa. So therefore, karma yoga is a means. So therefore, it's very clear. Karma yoga cannot be, could not have been, or cannot be prescribed for Atmajnani, Atmavita. It's very clear. Because Atmajnanasya Angatvena Karma Yogasya Vidana. Because of the prescription of Karma Yoga as Anga for Atmajnanam, as a means for Atmajnanam, therefore Karma Yoga cannot be prescribed for Atmavita, who has gained the end, that is Jnanam. That is the reason, fifth reason. All these things already we have seen. This is just to recall. Yoga Rudasya Tasyaiva
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव
Shamakaranamukhyate
शमकारणमुच्यते
शमकारणमुच्यते
इत्यनेन च
इत्यनेन च
उत्पन्न सम्यक् दर्शनस्य
उत्पन्न सम्यक्
सम्यक्
दर्शनस्य
दर्शनस्य
कर्मयोग अभाववचनात्
कर्मयोग अभाववचनात्
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते. It is said, so योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमः कारणमुच्यते. So where it is said, the sixth chapter is going to be said. Ashikara knows the entire, not every Shloka when he read, he writes Bhashya. He knows what we were, the entire thing. Then therefore he says, in the sixth chapter it is said, for the one who has Yoga Ruda, who has already ascended the ladder of yoga, it means who has already gained that Nishtha for Jnanam. For him, sannyasa is prescribed. Shamaha is withdrawal from karma. Shamaha karanam uchyate hetuhu uchyate. It's a means. Sannyasa is a means for yoga rudaha. Therefore, for him sannyasa, Gita says. Therefore, utpanna samyak darshan jnanasya, utpannam samyak darshanam yasya. For the person whom the right knowledge is born, therefore karma yoga is Karma Yoga Abhava Vachanat, absence of prescription of Karma Yoga for that person. There is no prescription of Karma Yoga for that person. What is the prescription then for that Atmavita Yoga Rudasya? Atmavidaha Shamaha Karnamuchate Sarva Karma Sannyasa. Sannyasaha is the Karnamiti Uchate. Sannyasa means there is no karma. Therefore, karma is not prescribed. Shamaha Karnamuchate. The next line, even in that shloka, Yoga Rudasya Tasyeva Shama Karnamuchate, Aru Rukshor Muner Yogam, Karma Karnamuchate, Gita says very clearly. The one who wants to climb up the ladder of yoga, for him, karma is the means. That person has to take karma yoga first. For the one who has already gained the end, for him, jnanam is the sannyasa is the means. Sarvakarma sannyasa is jnanam. Therefore, for Atmavita Yoga Rudasya, Karma Yoga Swapne api sambhavitam na shakyate. That is the reason. Sixth reason. Seventh reason. Shariram kevalam karma
शारीरं केवलं कर्म
kurvannapnoti kilbisham
कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्
iti cha
इति च
इति च
sharira sthiti karana atiriktasya
शरीरस्थिति
शरीरस्थिति
कारण
कारण अतिरिक्तस्य
अतिरिक्तस्य
savannadirghasanti karana atiriktasya karmanaha nivaranat.
कर्मणः
कर्मणः
निवारणात्
निवारणात्
A jnani does karma for what? Shariram kevalam kurma, just for the sake of sustenance of the shariram. Because prarabdha is there, therefore does karma. By that karma, it doesn't get any papam. Therefore, the jnani, there is no karma, other karma other than maintaining the shariram. just getting bhiksha, eating food, just drinking water, just for the maintenance of this is the only karma. So other than sharira sthiti karana with atiriktasya, other than the reason for maintaining the sharira, it's not there. There is no other karma atiriktasya karmana nivaranat. There is negation of karma other than prescribed, other than the maintenance of the sharira. The karma which are required for maintaining the sharira. Other than that, no other karma is prescribed for the jnani. Therefore, karma yoga is not possible. What karma is there for Atmavita? There is no karma. You can do those minimum karma for maintaining the sharira. Iti sharira sthiti karana atiriktasya. Other than the causes for maintaining the shariram, the other karma is nivaranam is ruled out. No other karma is there for the jnani other than the karma required for maintaining the shariram. That is the seventh reason. Therefore, karma yoga is not prescribed for the jnani. Where is there? Not there. Then final reason, eighth reason, naiva kinchit karomi thi
नैव किञ्चित् करोमि इति
yukto manyeta tattvavid
युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित्
iti anena cha
इति अनेन च
sharira sthiti matra prayukteshu api
शरीरस्थिति मात्र प्रयुक्तेषु अपि
darshana shravanadi karmasu
दर्शन श्रवणादि कर्मसु
atma yatatmya vidah
आत्म यथात्मयविदः
यातात्म्य विदः
याथात्मयविदः
करोमीति प्रत्ययस्य
करोमि इति प्रत्ययस्य
समाहित चेतस्तया
समाहितचेतस्तया
सदा कर्तव्यत्व उपदेशात्
सदा कर्तव्यत्वोपदेशात्
Acharya quotes from the shloka of this very chapter, 50th chapter. Naiva kinchit karometi. I don't do anything at all. See, Pashyan, Shunman, Prashan, Jigran, Nashtan, Gachan, all these actions. Indriyani indriyateshu vartante. But I don't do anything. Iti yanena sharira sthiti matra prayukteshu darshana shravanadi karmasu. With regard to the action which are required for maintaining the shariram, and that action in the form of the action as like what? Shravan, darshanam, seeing, shravanam, hearing, etc. So when these actions are happening, darshana, shravanadishu, karmasu, when such actions are happening, then, and which are for sharira sati, matra prayukteshu, shariram as a sustain. Therefore, atma yatatmividaha. Atma yatatmividaha means atmanaha yatatmyam, atmanaha yatatmyam, atma yatatmyam, atma yatatmyam, janati veti. The one who knows the nature of atma, it means atma with only. The meaning is, for him, karomi, I do, iti, that pratyaya, the thought, the cognition, samagita chetastaya sada akartavyatva upadeshat. The person should not entertain the thought of I do. Therefore, it must have the mind which is very alert. Samagita chetastaya means with the mind which is very alert, means the person is doing nididhyasana. When you doing nididhyasana, therefore the leading life of jnana nishta. So therefore that person cannot entertain the thought I do. With regard to the action done by the sense organs, cannot entertain the idea I do. Therefore, kartavyatva, akartavyatva upadeshat. Upadesha is instruction, teaching. Teaching is akartavya. Agam akarta is the teaching. Agam akarta abhokta is the teaching. Therefore, with regard to the actions of seeing, etc., all those things which are required for maintaining the shariram, therefore, with regard to that also, the person atma yatatmi vidaha akartavyatva upadesha sada. Therefore, Akarta means I don't do iti. Karomi iti pratyasya with regard to this karma I do iti, that cognition, that pratyasya akartavyatvam. It means aham na karomi, aham akarta. That is upadesha. Aham karomi iti na upadesha. Therefore, Samagita Chetasa, the person has to be alert. It means all the time he has to be alert with regard to the teaching. The teaching is Atma is Akarta, Abhokta, Satchit Ananda, Jagat Karanam Brahma, Ahamasmi. I am not subject to change. I cannot do any action. Change requires action. I am actionless. Therefore, Aham na karomi, Kinchit na karomi. Indriyani Indriyartha. Therefore, with regard to that, he is very alert. Therefore, Akartavyatvam is the Upadesha for those, for whom, for Jnani. Then how can Shastram ordain Karma Yoga for such a person? Not possible. Up to this, 8 reasons are given. Therefore, for all these reasons mentioned, therefore Karma Yoga is not possible for Atmavita even in the dream. Even in the dream, it is not possible. So up to this 8 reasons, all are Panchami. The 8 reasons are given. Akartavya Upadeshat. Therefore, next, the Acharya says, he will say Yasmat, then Tasmat will start, that we will see next class. So up to this, you remember, so that we don't have to read again the next class. Because already up to this, I taught the last part, last Hetu was.
Everything is finished. Exactly here you have stopped, I think.
Last
My
class, okay.
notes.
Okay, very good. So again, we have done the same thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
the next line starts, Atmavita. Atmavitaha up to Yasmat, that is the Hetu. Then Tasmat starts. So you remember this from here, we'll start next class. I could do, but time is already up. So we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class.
Okay.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad.